Hi guys, if you're new to my channel, my name is Prophecy and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a very popular YouTube tag, and this is 10 baby names that I love but won't be using. So we recently found out that we are having another baby girl, and we do already have her name picked out. I'm just left now down to picking her middle names. I'm almost 95% positive I know what that's going to be. Just haven't actually said it yet. But I have some things in mind that I really like, and I'm almost positive that that's going to be her complete name. So those names are going to be on this list. I will eventually be doing a name reveal for you guys whenever I do actually settle and I'm like 100% positive on her name. Then we'll be doing like a name reveal video. Alright, so let's get started. The first name that I really love but won't be using is actually for a little boy, and we'll start off with this name. This would actually be the name that we had picked out if this baby was a boy, and that name is Morty. I love that name. I just think it's a super cute name, but it's also different. It's also not too nicknamey. I love it. If we ever do have a boy in the future, this is quite possibly going to be his name. So Morty, that's the first name that I love, but I will not be using. Alright, the next name on my list would be for a baby girl, and that name is Ellie. I think that it is the cutest, beautiful, I love it. There's nothing that I find wrong with this name. My best friend, actually, her daughter's name is Elizabeth, and they call her Ellie for short, and so I couldn't take that away from her, but it is super cute. I love that name. Had I thought of it first, I would have loved to use it first, and she has the cutest daughter in the world. Alright, so the third name that I love but won't be using is Hugh. I think that this is a very strong boy's name. It's a very striking boy's name. I love it. Personally, my husband isn't too keen on this name, so I feel like if we'd ever have any more kids down the road, and if they would ever be boys, this wouldn't be a name that we're going to gravitate towards ever, but I love it so much. When you think about Hugh, you think about a lot of really cool people. At least I do. I don't have any negative connotations to that name. So yeah, I think that would be a really cool boy's name for somebody. Okay, so the next name on my list is a girl's name, and this is a name that I fought for a little bit, kind of hard. Tynan absolutely is against it. He doesn't like it at all, and that name is Balon. I think it is one of the most beautiful names that I have ever heard. I met someone a couple years back that had this name, and when I heard it, I thought that it was beautiful. I've definitely never met anybody else with that name besides her. It just reminds me of like an angel or something, some sort of like fallen angel. I love this name. You can pronounce it either Valen or Balon, depending on, I guess, however you want to. But that's how it was supposed to be pronounced. In her case is Valen. But yeah, that's just a name I really love. It's a little bit too out there for Tynan. He's not too crazy about it, so we did not pick that for baby girl's name, but I absolutely adore that name. Okay, so this next name is a little bit weird. This is going to be on the list for the baby boys. I guess you could consider it more of a nickname than an actual given name, but you could give it as a given name, and that name is Judd. I really like this name. First time I ever heard it was in Pet Sematary. It's the name of the old guy in Pet Sematary. But I don't know, I just think it's a really strong name for a guy. You know, I mean, when you would think of a Judd, you'd think of somebody that's hardworking and, you know, something like that. I don't know, I really like that name. Once again, you know, it's something that me and my husband would never agree on. So further down the road, I don't think we would ever have a Judd. But I do think that it is a unique, different, and very strong name for a boy. Okay, so the next name on my list is going to be for a baby girl. And this is a name that I really would have loved for this baby girl. We just had something picked out entirely different that I don't know, kind of knew from the get-go if it was going to be a girl, she was going to have this name. But this is something that I definitely put a lot of thought into. I love this name. I always have loved this name. I really like names that like start with like an E or an A. And so we have Elena, and then I always thought it would be neat to have, if she would ever have a sister, an Alina. And so you could call her Alina and you could call her Lainey, and I just thought it would be really cute for sisters. So that is a name that I absolutely adore, is Alina. There's so many cute ways you could go with it with a nickname, but it's also a very pretty given name. I just think it's a great name for a baby girl. So that is definitely a name that I love, but won't be using. Alright, so the next one up on our list is definitely one of my most favorite names. I get excited just talking about this name. I love it. And this is going to be for a little baby boy. And the name is Hank. So everybody that I talk to absolutely hates this name. But I don't know. I could just picture if you're having a little baby boy, you could have a little baby Hank. And it's such a good name for when they grow up. It's a very strong name for a young man or an older man. I just think that it's a perfect name for a boy. I can almost guarantee you that I will never have a baby Hank in my life, but I absolutely love that name. So my next name is kind of a very old-fashioned name. It is for a baby girl. I love this name. I think I've thought about it numerous times for being a nickname for this baby girl. I just don't think that it necessarily flows the way that I want it to flow. That name is Louella. I absolutely love it. I think Louie would be a really cute nickname for a little girl, and it's very different. You see it in some older woman. It was a more common, more popular name a lot of years ago, but not so much now. It's not so popular and you don't see it anymore, but I think that it is a very beautiful name. So that is one baby name that I really absolutely love, but I won't be using. Okay, the next name that I absolutely love is for a baby boy. And this name is Gregory. I love it. It's a very old-fashioned name. I'm not so crazy about the nickname Greg. I would pray if I'd ever have a boy and I would name him Gregory, he wouldn't be called Greg so much. I don't know what else you would call him, but I'm not too crazy about that nickname. I like the full name in general. I think that it's a very strong given name. It makes you think of a lot of really cool people when you think of it, at least in my case. So yeah, that's one name that I really love. Something me and my husband would absolutely never agree on is Gregory. I think it's a good name for a little boy and a grown adult as well. Final name on my list is for a baby girl, and this name is going to be Reese. I was never super crazy about this name. I always thought, I don't know. I mean, I'd heard it before. I wasn't really crazy about it. TJ actually had a little girl in his class this year, and her name was Reese. And he thinks she's just like the cutest little kid. He always shares his toys with her and gives her stuff, but I don't know. It just kind of made me, like, the more that you hear somebody else say it and the more that you're around somebody that has that name, I don't know, it kind of made me gravitate towards it a little bit more, and I really do like that name. I can't say that I could ever see myself having a baby Reese. I just think that it is a very cute name for a little girl, and it's different as well. You really don't see too many people with that name or hear of it too often. So yeah, that is another one that I really do like, but I won't use. Just a couple other names. Some of these are just like nicknames that I really love, and some of them are just a couple like honorable mentions. I guess I might as well throw them out there. The first one would be for a boy, and that would be the nickname Howie. I think that it is the cutest nickname, and you could do like Howard or something else, you know. That's a pretty decent name for a grown man, but I think Howie is really cute. You don't see too many or hear too many anymore. It is really kind of more or less a name of the past, so that is one honorable mention. Okay, honorable mention number 2 is the name Allie for a girl. I absolutely love this nickname. I think that it is a beautiful nickname, but at the same time it is also very cute. I would personally love to have a little girl named Allie. I think that it would be really cute, especially with Lainey. When it just comes down to it, there's only so many ways you could go with a first name to come to that nickname of Allie. That's one thing I always thought with Alina, is you could maybe kind of call her Allie. I don't know. But I love that nickname. I guess you could even use it as a given name. Allie, I think it's great. Honorable mention number 3, and this is the last one that I have on here for a boy, is the name Dean. I've loved this name ever since I was a kid. I just think that it is a great name for a boy. It's a very strong name for a boy. You do hear it, but it's not a super duper common name. I think that it's great. I could definitely see myself in the future having a Dean if I ever had a boy, another boy. But yeah, that's just one of the honorable mentions. The last name on my honorable mention section, name number 4, is for a baby girl. I could actually never really see myself using this name, but I really love this name, and that is the name Marnie. I think that it is so cute. I think that it is also very pretty. I'm not really crazy on any kind of M name in general, but I don't know, just something about that name, just like something about that name for me just kind of makes you think like good memories and good connotations, you know, like it makes me think of those little movies on Halloween-town movies with a witch whose name is Marnie. So I love that name. I can honestly say I don't think I would ever use it for any of my children. I just think that it's really cute, and so it is on here as one of my honorable mentions. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully eventually here soon we'll be getting a name reveal out there for baby girl. If I could ever make up my mind, who knows, I guess we could go all the way to birth before we finally before I finally announce anything, if it takes me that long. I'm so indecisive that it is ridiculous. But yeah, thank you for watching. I really like all these names on here, and some of them are different. Some of them you probably haven't heard in other videos. Some of them you probably definitely have. Just thought it would be cool to share with you guys some names that I thought were really neat. Like little runner-ups for me. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a happy Monday. Bye guys.